Yeah, what up? It's Base Boxing Basement, the Triple B. Keeping it real for the funds. You know, at least you got a reality channel here. Thank you so much for everyone who attended, you know, the live yesterday, the live commentary. I also had a couple of buy me a beer from my man's Peter and from another guy. Let me just see who it is. Yeah, also from my boy Alex. I had loads of super chats as well. I can't remember. Shane Mongos obviously featured. Shane the legend Mongos. You know, Fergus, some other guys. I'm sorry, I can't remember everyone's name, but you know, I'm a bit punch drunk. Anyway, so Mario Barrios vs Manny Pacquiao. What was that about? I actually watched the whole fight the next day. Now, you know when you you think, oh, I'll watch it the next day. It'll be just the same as watching it live. Well, it never is. It never is. For whatever reason, the fact you know what's already happened and you could forward any time, especially if it's boring, takes the edge off it. Whereas if you're watching it live, you know you're watching it live. You know if someone's getting hurt there, they're getting hurt there. So, but I still watched the entire fight, so I can speak, you know, with knowledge. But Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao. Let's talk about Pacquiao first. Now, Pacquiao, you know, he's been out for like 4 years or more on a loss. He's 46, you know. His body didn't look as taut, but, you know, he obviously didn't have the same speed, the same, you know, movement, the same reflexes, but they weren't bad. They weren't bad, you know. They were still good enough, in my opinion, to beat Mario Barrios. And, you know, it was disappointed. You might say Mario Barrios was a bum, right? And it was an easy way to target. You might say Mario Barrios was a bum, and you'd be right too. He was a bum, but you know, he had a decent jab. He's very tall. I thought Pacquiao won by 2 rounds, 1 round's minimum. You know, and it was a majority draw. My heart sunk. I was like, not another one, not another whack decision. Like, draw should be illegal in boxing. Do you know what I'm saying? If a judge has got it a draw, like 114, then they should have to pick a winner. There is no way on, you know, this earth that a fight is so close that it has to be a draw. No, you always pick one guy. He's landed a bit more. He was a bit more spiteful. He's a bit more busy. He's a bit more accurate. Whatever it is. But it's a bit of a shame because, I mean, obviously it would have made a great story. I'm a bit surprised. I imagined that the judges would be biased for Manny Pacquiao. But, hey, then again, what happens? There'll be a rematch. Again, I bet it's a contract. I bet they got a contract for a rematch, contractual rematch. Now, a draw or controversial decision always works out well in Las Vegas. Why? Because they have a rematch. And what happens? Everyone gets paid again. Yeah, the promoters, the referees, the fighters, the brasses, the drug dealers, they all get paid again. So it makes sense financially for Vegas to have a draw because they'll probably have it again. Surely they'll have it again. And it's a bit of a shame because, you know, Pacquiao deserved to win it, at least edge it, in my opinion. And it was a great achievement. You know, he should have been given the win, and then he should have sailed off into sunset. Now they have another rematch, and everyone got paid again. I bet the brasses are rubbing their hands, all the Filipino men. They can rip off and overcharge, you know, charge them like $5,000, yeah, for a shiner, you know, something like that, you know, because, you know, a lot of people are obsessed with white women around the world. Because they don't have them in their country, and there's probably a lot of Filipino billionaire businessmen that come to watch the Pacquiao fight, and all they want is a shiner from a woman, you know, an American woman who looks like a cheerleader, you know, and probably like 5 inches taller than them. And they don't say me love you long time. But yeah, overall, draws, again, should not be allowed. You can always pick someone. I've never seen a fight where I'm like, oh, this is 100% a draw. One guy, definitely won exactly the same. Well, maybe the same rounds as another one. That's fine. One guy wins 6 rounds, the other guy wins 6 rounds. That's a draw. That's fine. I understand how boxing, I understand how boxing is scored. But if that's the case, then, you should have an edge. You should be able to tick off, well, this guy actually won the rounds bigger or whatever, Because in boxing, it's flawed. Yeah. They have an 8-10 round if you're put on the flow, 7 round to 10 if you're put on the flow twice, etc. And that's it, even though it's 10 points. So basically, you can win a round easily and take care of business and humiliate someone, and you still only won the round 10-9. Or you can edge a round and you still won the round 10-9. These are not the same. There should be more fluctuation. There should be more ability to, to use some of the lower numbers. I mean, have you ever seen in boxing anything less than a 6-10 round, which usually means someone's been knocked down three times? No. There's never a 5-10 round, a 4-10 round, a 3-10 round. So why bother? Why not have it at 5 points? It's nonsense. So, the Pac-Man, well, obviously he's, he's part of the secret societies, and I'm not going to cry a river, but the problem is, you get the impression it's set up for the rematch, which will be even bigger. Yeah. And all those Vegas brasses, the casino tables, because like Far Eastern guys, they love to gamble, don't they? They gamble on anything. Yeah. They will gamble on who's got the largest 5 skin or something, just because it's gambling. Which locust, is faster than the other locust or some nonsense like that. They just love it. So all the casinos getting paid, the brasses get paid, the hotels get paid, and they put the prices up. The promoters get paid, the boxers get paid, everyone gets paid. The only person that gets ripped off is the punter, who has to be a complete mug to buy a ticket to that rematch. Anyway, peace in the Middle East, guys. I'm tired. Oh, yeah, I mean, just to add, most people, there's plenty of videos going, oh, it's a robbery, oh, it's terrible, what a disgrace. It wasn't a robbery, it was a close decision, but I still believe Pac-Man should have won. You didn't get all these bums like Timothy Bradley with his huge bowling ball-shaped head, and idiots from DAZN screaming about how, what's his name, Carlos Adames was badly robbed by Hamza Shiraz, one of the judges. He won like 1 round in an 11, but because it's a big fight, they want to get their ugly faces in it and have their opinion. But it was a close fight. I do, however, think it should have gone to Pacquiao. And, it would have been nice, so we didn't have to rematch. He could just, retire on the win. But anyway, as I say, man, I can barely find enough energy to care anymore, because boxing is a scam. The crack hole of the sports world. Believe that.